Check out this episode of the Patch Notes from the Pre-Patch Podcast.
All right, let's talk about War Within. I know. Listen, go ahead, give me shit now. I can fucking already see and hear the disdain in
minute.
Enigma's
this
voice.
is WoW.
Wait a minute. Is that World of Warcraft?
Go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Yes, it
No,
is.
I'm actually. This sounded way cooler than what it was. I'm like, oh, the War Within. That's gonna be like
Yeah,
some
he
like,
made it sound like it was a
like
brand new
war
game.
or something. Yeah, like
That's
No.
because
No,
he
it's
didn't
just
want
WoW.
he didn't want the
it's just
flack
WoW.
that was coming
Yeah.
too quickly. He,
Look,
he
we
wanted
don't-
to like build it up a little bit and was hoping that we wouldn't look at the actual video going on right now in the video
Look,
Yeah.
we
game.
don't have to. Spend
Not
a
only are you
lot.
supporting Blizzard, you also broke the Xbox boycott.
I did break the Xbox boycott. Again, I got the game for free. Does that make it any better? Like, I haven't paid them any
No.
money, so
No, it doesn't.
okay. Well,
so.
whatever.
So wait, is this another Blizzard case of
Expansion.
stealing somebody else's idea?
This is just the new expansion, yeah?
This
No,
is yeah.
it's-
So
yeah.
okay,
Oh, okay,
let's actually explain for our audio listeners.
And me,
So
I
yes,
don't
this
know.
is the new expansion, the War Within, for World of Warcraft. It launched early access on Friday or Thursday, I believe. Friday, or Friday, and then but only if you spent the you got the big boy edition, which was the $90 edition. And then but they didn't make you delete your save, so that's good. So I had access early to play the game, and yeah, I mean, all in all, like, look, I got suckered in. I got bought, by the cinematics and the WoW hype that's out there. For someone that loves MMO RPGs and doesn't have one right now, like, WoW is a really bad drug because it every so often will just kind of suck you back in, and now you're addicted again. Before you kind of realize what it is. I will say that having played Dragonflight and having played this, obviously I am still in the honeymoon phase, but what they have done here has made it, I think, brought a little bit more back to somewhat of what I liked about WoW. Like, Dragonflight was very, I don't know, like, mystical and like shiny and all of this kind of stuff. Here you are, like, right out of the gate. I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically, like, big things happen right out of the gate that are like old school WoW, catastrophe, people dying. You are then like thrown right into the mix of being like, hey, you got to go save XYZ. And then the big bad here is Zalateth, and she is basically like in the heart of Azeroth, corrupting it. So your whole thing is like you are going down into Azeroth, where it's grimy and it's like, dark, and there's like goblins and spiders and all this other kind of stuff. It feels like, I love the locale. I love like the view of it. Get the fuck out of here, Enigma. I like a lot of that kind of stuff. The other things that they did really, really well with this one is that before, alts were kind of a pain in the ass. Like, you didn't get to have.
I do like this actually.
Yeah, so they introduced something called the warband system, which basically allows for you to have all of your characters linked, where if I earn reputation for one, I'm earning reputation for all. So if I'm leveling my alt, if I'm leveling my main, I am earning reputation across everything. I have
Dope.
I have a shared warband bank. So like on my monk that I'm playing right now, I am actually able to get gear for my demon hunter or the
Other
next character that I
characters,
want to level, so I can come in kind of ready to go, and my alts can automatically jump into my world quest, so I don't have to replay the campaign again, which is also really nice.
That's actually
mind-boggling. Make it so that people don't actually have to fucking continuously redo everything on
Yeah.
every fucking character that they want to play on a game that literally you have to have multiple characters. Right?
Yeah.
Good
they've
job,
also-
Blizzard. Well done.
They also made some big changes to like crafting and the way that those systems work, mainly in alchemy, which is also was not a good thing. But it was kind of, they did it in the way that a lot of like non-MMOs do, where it's kind of like, hey, throw this in a pot and see what comes out, and then you kind of get like a random potion, and that's how you level up alchemy, but you don't know what you're doing. So like in an MMO, and especially one
realistic.
that's, I mean, yeah, but in an MMO that's been around for this long, it's kind of like, and that's the only class that has that thing. It's not like on leather crafting, I'm like throwing fucking two things
Yeah.
of leather together and I don't know what I'm gonna get. I don't know the stats, but literally the potions that I'm getting, you don't know what you're gonna fucking do. So it's real weird.
It being consumables, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like
Oh,
you're going to
tell
be
the
cycling
alchemist that because they are pissed.
Yeah.
They're not happy.
wouldn't
I mean, I
imagine
can
they're too
understand. I
happy
can
about it.
understand. Is there no way, like at all, to like once you level the stat up so far, you can like make specific things, or is it
I
always going
think
to be random?
the only way to learn so once you learn it,
Or just
you
like
know
first
it.
time, right?
Yeah, once you
Oh,
learn it, you know it.
Then what the
Yeah.
hell are they complaining
I
about?
don't,
Because
I,
they've
I'm
not
saying,
had-
that's a very common alchemy like
Not in
system.
WoW
Yeah.
though. Not necessarily.
Not in
Like,
WoW.
Well, sure,
yeah.
not in WoW, but
WoW
That-
for how long now? Almost 20 years now has just been. I put this in. I put this in. I get this. We're good.
Yeah.
I get that, and people don't like change, but that seems like a nitpick in my opinion.
Oh, I mean, I agree, but I also understand like they're the only crafters that got that fucking
Yeah.
change. So it's
Okay,
kind of like,
that's
well,
a little bit fair.
what the
though.
fuck?
Well, welcome to WoW as well. WoW players as well. They ask for change, and when they get it, they're like, "Why? I didn't want that. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't. Why did you change that? Like, I didn't ask for that. Come on now."
Yeah.
All in all, like I said, I think the game is. I'm enjoying this expansion. I will say this to the people that are MMO players, and if you have played WoW, I think this is a good change. I'm not those people that are going to be like, this is fucking God done it for Blizzard and they've won. Like, yes, they brought everybody back. Like, no, I'm just saying I'm having more fun in WoW than I've had since like Legion and even into like WoD. Like those were like the old expansions that I really, really loved. I'm having just as much fun here. Now, the negative gripe that I have, and I was talking to Bill about this morning when I was streaming it. You play an MMO because you want to feel like you're part of a connected world and you're seeing all your players or whatever else. Like one of the things about being in a launch, especially of an MMO, is like seeing all the fucking players just like around you and doing all these things. And like, yeah, it's a shared experience, right? I don't know if it's the phasing tech. I don't know if it's because of the early access. I don't know what's going on. But if you're looking at the screen right now watching, you're not there's nobody, right? Like you're not seeing a lot of
somebody
people.
you just walked by somebody.
Right, but not to the extent of like what you would see in
Probably
Legion.
a bot.
Oh my god, okay.
probably too.
But literally it's real weird. Like it makes it feel pretty lonely. Comparable to the other things, which is odd. Again, I don't know if it's a phasing tech issue or what.
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't think it's phasing because like I've been in like the early access stuff and like BFA had the same phasing tech. I don't think they've changed their phasing tech.
They
the
did
last two
because they made it
expansions.
so in old school WoW old school in other expansions, they had it to where even if you were doing something in the world in the campaign that somebody else was farther ahead of, you would still see them and they were all in that same phase. Now, if I'm doing something that is farther along or not as far in the campaign as somebody else, I'm not going to see them. They are completely phased into a different thing.
You can't tell me that there's not. I mean, unless the fucking expansion is just dead and nobody fucking bought it, which I very highly doubt that's the case.
They're touting it as
just
like the
about
highest
everybody that plays
expansion.
WoW has came back to
I
it.
very highly doubt that's the case. I mean, even if it's one of the worst expansions in the entire game, there was still people playing the game. I don't know. I really don't know why. Because I had the same issue. I was like, why is there? You literally have nobody around you. Like, what is going on?
What time of night was this?
It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So
I know 5 o'clock in the morning this morning there was nobody on there, but it was also 5 o'clock in the morning.
Midnight EST into like 1
you're also
EST.
you're on Sargeras, right? I think you're on Sargeras. What is that? Is that an East Coast or is that a West Coast?
I don't know, but I mean the server pops don't really matter anymore because everything is merged into just massive servers. So like I'll see people from Illidan, from I almost said Gryffindor. From all of the different servers. I don't know. Anyway, that's one gripe, right?
Yeah.
Like that I have. The other gripe that I have, which doesn't affect me, but it fucks everybody else up, is so if you got into early access, you could literally level your character in like an hour, maybe 2 hours by doing the campaign. Real fucking quick, right? Then you could level your alts extremely quickly as well, because they said, hey, for every character you get to 80, up to 25, we're going to give you up to a 25% level boost. Or experience boost. So you're leveling a lot faster. Well, So post launch, right when the game was supposed to launch, they decided to crank down the experience that you get in the game.
Oh, that's
a lot.
shitty.
So
It's
people
called
went
it's
from-
called Blizzard. It's called Blizzard Found Fun, and they nerfed it.
dude. It's like
it's called Blizzard didn't put
this
enough
is-
content
this
into
is-
the game, and they need to
this is
stretch it out a
standard-
little
Yeah,
bit.
they needed
This
to
is
line-
standard
give it some
Blizzard
longevity.
attitude. Blizzard,
Yeah.
Blizzard found something that their community enjoyed and was like, "Hey, yeah, this is a really good idea. Why? I'm really glad that you guys did that." And said, "Never mind. We're not gonna fucking have."
yeah, it's it was pretty wild. So that's been one of the things that's also out there. But anyway, I don't want to spend too much more time on it. It's WoW. This is a good expansion. If you want to come back, this is a great time to come back. It's fun. Have a blast with it. Go play the new expansion if you want to. Again, I'm a Blizzard. I guess I'm a Blizzard shill. Fuck it.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to see more from the Pre-Patch Podcast, don't forget to check us out live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, or at anchor.fm/Pre-Patch Podcast, or wherever podcasts are listened to. Hope to see you there. Much love.